In this modern day, in any large company, the simple answer of who owns security is that everyone has a responsibility in managing security risk and security programs. Ownership is not subject to standards. Security programs can be and are owned by various parts of the company. The above diagram was developed by the Security Executive Council and breaks down the basic elements of a company. It then examines the security risk, which are then followed by a list of security programs that are designed to mitigate against those risks. The argument for the Chief Security Officer is not who controls these programs, but rather are there opportunities to reduce either or both the operating cost and the variable cost to the company, and if so, in what manner. Remember, it is critical in understanding the total cost of security to combine what those variable losses are against what the company is spending proactively to mitigate those risks, and look where the opportunities are to reduce one or the other with some greater efficiency. This slide should serve as a reminder that mandatory security spend is increasing in many business sectors, and including nonprofit companies as well. As discussed earlier, the increase in mandatory security costs places pressure on the Chief Security Officer from an operating cost perspective. Mandatory security costs may protect a country or its citizens, but it may not bring direct benefits to the company itself. The Chief Security Officer who recognizes and understands variable losses to the company and who uses discretionary funding to reduce those variable costs and prevent more significant problems is challenged when required to make budget cuts. For example, a 10% overall budget cut in a security department budget results in a 20% cut on discretionary programs where mandatory programs cannot be reduced or eliminated because they are required by law or regulation. Remember, this chart is only an illustration of likely directions. Most security organizations are not yet breaking out their metrics on this specific budget issue of the balance between mandatory required spend and discretionary security spend. Challenges faced by the Chief Security Officers in companies today have included the fact that there are fewer staff. There's an increase on functioning as an agent of influence rather than as a manager of programs. And it depends on the ability of the Chief Security Officer to see and understand the big picture and to work towards security solutions that are incorporated into the business units and that will only last as long as there is a value determined for those programs. The Chief Security Officer today needs to clearly act like a business person in terms of understanding both their operating cost and what they're trying to reduce in terms of the variable cost, and then act as an agent of influence working with the business units to either get them to accept the responsibility of building and operating a security program, or in getting them to agree that the Chief Security Officer will manage that program on their behalf as long as it brings value to that particular division. Thank you.